Hey, what's going on, everybody? Darth Gizmo here. I'm going to be putting together my hand dredge for sticking in the dirt and pulling out, or sticking in the creek and pulling out the dirt underneath the gravel and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and change the camera angle and we'll get started. I'm not going to glue it together just yet. I'll point out where I'm going to glue it in case you want to do it yourself as well. Everything here is basically 3D printed except for just a couple tubes and the T-piece, so, and the bolt. I didn't make that, but all right, let's get started. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do here is cut out a however long tube you want for the body. I did a 32-inch body with a 34-inch plunger. After that, I cut out two little 2-inch pieces for the handle part to just kind of make it a little bit more comfortable there. You know, I just slap those together like that. All these are just 3D printed end caps. Those just slide on there. That. The handle will not be glued together because I want to be able to take that out, but we can go ahead and just set everything together here. The bottom of the part of the handle will be glued. It's the top part. I might not even glue the top part or the bottom part. I might actually just use screws to screw this into the bottom because this is 3D printed and I don't have threads. If I was going to do this again, I would probably print a piece that connected to here with threads so that I could take the rubber piece, and that's what all this is, the gasket for creating a seal inside the tube. I also 3D printed a 2-inch to 1-inch extender, which this piece will be glued inside of there. And then for the assembly of this guy, what I did was I 3D printed 2 pieces of rubber TPU, and what I do is I'll stack a slightly bigger one on a smaller one, and I'll have 2 stacks of those, and then I'll take my bolt, stick it through the end cap that's going to go onto the end of the plunger, and then I'll take one of my 3D printed little spacer things here, and I've already created threads on it, so it just kind of threads onto there. So we'll go ahead and get all 3 of these on there. And then I take these and kind of alternate them, so the fat one's going to be on the outside here and the small one's going to be on the inside. And then I'll do another spacer. And then I'll do the opposite with the other one, so the small one will be on the inside, the fat one will be on the outside on the other side. So then fat one on the outside, small one on the inside, and they go on there. I'm gonna have to thread this down a bit more. Oop, I accidentally tightened it. All right, let's just get this one down a bit further. Oop, there it goes. Let's get this one down a bit further. Doggo's barking. Might be somebody else coming out here, I don't know. Or they're just barking at nothing. So I get these all the way to the back and kind of cinch them down as much as I can by hand. And then I'll take my other pieces, big one on the outside, small one on the inside, stick them on there, and put on the final piece. I guess they were just barking at nothing. They bark at me all the time. All right. So from there, I will take this lock nut and put it on top and tighten everything down. I actually don't have my socket that I need up here or over here. So let me go grab that real quick. Uh, 14, 14, 14. 12, 13, 14. Maybe. Pretty sure it's a 14. That it is. Alright, I'll just use this guy. Just make sure that's nice and snug on there without breaking all the plastic. This is just 3D printed. It is PETG, but it's still plastic, so you know, it could do its thing. Alright, so got our plunger, got our nozzle. So for the plunger arm, we're going to put on this cap here, which is going to go on top of here and allow us to slide the plunger inside. So that's just going to be on top of there, free floating. And then you take your plug that you just made and set it on there. Just kind of go as deep as I can. And that's good there. And then it's as easy as pushing this thing inside. Getting your cap and getting it set on there. Now the plunger does come out at the bottom. I'm thinking about adding some O-rings up here. Not O-rings, but ring clamps to stop that from happening. Then you take your nozzle, stick it right on the end there. And that's it. Then you have this end here goes into the dirt. Pull out the plunger, get your dirt, put it in the bucket, put all the dirt in the bucket. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. Like and subscribe, do what you want to do. I am going to glue all this bottom part together, since I kind of forgot to mention what I'm going to glue, but I'm going to glue all this bottom part together. I'm going to glue this handle part together, and I'm going to screw in the bottom cap on the inside for the plug. Alright, bye.